So we made the database the other day and we actually called that an admin, but we do not have any tables inside of it, because if I click on it right here, you see that admin is actually opened, but there is no table inside of it. Now, if we actually want to create a table right here, we can use this form. We can just give it a name right here. Maybe we'll call it users and then hit on create right here, or even increase the number of columns that we need right here. But what I want to do is just basically teach you how to do this the coding way. So to do that, let's go to the SQL tab right here. And once that is just basically open, you can type your SQL code right here to basically create a table. And for those of you that don't know this, I want to show you how to do that. So you can just do create, and this is going to be table, and then you want to name the table name. So let's say something like users right here, and I'm going to throw in my parentheses this way. You can terminate this. But within this brackets right here, I want to basically create the columns that I would like to use. All right. So the first one is going to be an ID. And to do that, you're going to just type the ID name right here. I mean the column name, and then you can just specify the type, which I'm going to be using an integer right here. And if you do that, also go ahead and make that a primary key. And to do that is really very simple. Just say primary key like this. Let's make that uppercase letter. Of course, if you type those in lowercase letters, that's still going to work. But I think the common convention is to always use the uppercase letters. So also want to make sure that every time I insert any data, I want it to automatically increment. So that's why I'm going to just add this right here, which is auto increment. Once you're done, we can separate that with a comma, and then you move on to the next column. Let's say we're going to need something like a first name. So I'm going to just do first underscore name right here. And if you do that, we can also give it, I'm going to just do varchar right here, which is variable character. All right. And the number of text that I would like to use, or the length, is going to be, let's say, something like 50 characters for someone's first name. And we want to make this, I'm going to just do not null. I don't want that to be empty. And after we do that, this is going to be a comma right here, and I want to copy this because we're going to also need like the last name. So to do that, I'm going to copy and paste, and I'm going to just change this to last name LA, meaning the last name right there, and then we can use the same kind of a configuration for it. So after that, we could need something like an email. So if we do email right here as the next column, and then we can just do varchar, which is still the variable character we just talked about, and just like that. So within here, we can decide to maybe the length of the character right there is actually going to be maybe 100. I've never actually seen someone say email that is beyond 100. So that's just enough right there. And we also don't want that to be a null. So we can just do null like this, and that's just basically fine. And then we want the email to always be unique. We don't want to have the same email name repeating itself on the same table. So to do that is really very simple. We can just do unique right here, and I'm going to just basically select unique. And the next thing, or the last thing I want to do right there, is to add a date. So to do that, we just say date right here, and I want to just change the type to date, just like that. And that's just what it is. So if we hit on go right here, that table is going to get created right here. So let's hit on go. And you see that got created first. So if you take a look at here, you're going to see that we have users table right now. We can go to it, and then we'll see. If you hit on browse, you see that we'll have first name. The ID will have first name, will have last name, email, and then the date right here. All right. So that's just what it is right there. As you can see, it's really very simple, right? Another thing you could do is to also learn how to basically go ahead and then add or insert data into it. That means that you are beginning to accept registration. So if you're interested in getting the code on how to basically insert data into the database, just go to the comment section below and just say insert data. And I'm going to just record a video on how to basically use our SQL shell right here, and then write the code that you can use to basically insert some data into the database. So this is really very good for people who are into data analysis and then other kind of programmers. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.